Alright, and like I promised, we're here again for the second review of today, just kind of make up for not doing one yesterday. And this time, the movie will be Kingsglaive, which is a movie based in the world of Final Fantasy 15. They released this movie, it kind of runs in conjunction with the game. It doesn't really involve the main characters you play as in the game, but it takes place at the same time. So it can be a little hard to follow if you're not up and up on Final Fantasy 15. But if you are, and Final Fantasy is something you enjoy, if you're looking forward to Final Fantasy 15, watch this movie. It's very good, and the thought it was a little odd that they released it this early. I mean, the game doesn't come out till about the end of the month, and so it feels to me they should have released a lot of this at the same time as the game comes out, just to kind of put it all into perspective. You know, you're playing the game, and while you're doing this with your character and everything in the game, this is what's going on elsewhere with the movie. But all that aside, the movie is enjoyable. It takes a little bit to get going. Probably about the first 45 minutes of the movie, to be honest, is pretty damn boring. But the last maybe hour 15 is very enjoyable. That's where the movie finally picks up, is about the 45-50 minute mark. It starts to pick up and just goes balls to the wall from there, and to me it was a very, very good movie. If you know, like I said, if you're not familiar with it, don't be surprised. You know, it didn't really get a huge release. It had a very limited theatrical release, and just recently came out on Blu-ray DVD. So it is a CG movie. The entirety of the movie is CG, and is very good CG. I would put it up there as one of the best of the year so far in terms of how the animation works. The voice cast, it's got some pretty good names in it. You got Aaron Paul plays the main character. Lena Headey plays the princess in the movie, and Sean Bean plays the king. And so it's a good cast, and they're all very well in their roles. Aaron Paul, I thought particularly, was very good in this role. I thought it was good. It was just great. But like I said, the biggest drawback is that first 45 minutes. Me and the wife were sitting watching it, and at about the 33-minute mark, we were about to turn it off and just go do something else because it was that boring. So if you make it through there, and once the movie gets going, it's very good. There's some good fight scenes towards the end of the movie that are just phenomenal. Like I mean, I absolutely loved the fight scenes at the end of the movie. It really made up, for the most part, what was a boring first part of the movie. So, you know, if you don't know Final Fantasy, skip the movie. It is confusing if you don't know the story, the setting, the characters, and all that take place in this. This is a Final Fantasy 15 movie. So if you don't know anything about 15, just skip the movie. You're not going to really be able to follow it too good. So it's worth watching if you're a fan of the Final Fantasy franchise. If you're into, 15 and you're looking forward to it, watch the movie. You'll enjoy the hell out of it. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Like I said, a boring 45 minutes at the beginning, but from there on is a phenomenal movie, and hard to watch for anybody not a fan. If you are, you'll enjoy it. You'll get it. It's definitely worth watching. So 3.75 out of 5 is what I'm giving it. if it wasn't for that first 45 minutes, this thing could have gone well into maybe a 4.5, maybe even a little higher. But that first bit is just too boring to get past. So that's it. That's my review for Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15, and we'll be back to your normal scheduled program later today. See you next time.